Hey guys, we are here with a live video, and we're here with Logan, and he came to Virginia today, so I decided to do a video. We did a video on cancer, okay, because he had cancer. He had surgery. You want to show him the skull injury? Yeah, right through there. This was like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we did the video, and I completely forgot one little piece of the puzzle that I'm going to do right now, and you can basically learn from this and apply it if you want. It's a technique. It's an acupressure technique. And now, before I get into this, I know a lot of you guys just saw the video that I just did on the water. You know, drinking more water creates more harm than good. And I stirred up a hornet's nest, okay? Because everyone's like, wait a second, I was told that I need to drink more water, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. And I'm just going to touch on this, and we're going to go right to the video. Your body is not 98% water. It's actually 98% fluid, okay? So there's electrolytes, there's all this fluid. So when you drink water without the electrolytes, you're actually diluting the electrolytes. I'm not against drinking enough water to prevent kidney stones or dehydration. What I am against is drinking massive quantities of water while you're exercising, doing a marathon, depleting your electrolytes, and then having you drop dead of a heart attack. There's just something about that. I don't think it's a good idea, but that's just me. So what I'm going to recommend is that you drink when you're thirsty. So people are saying, well, how much should I drink? Drink when you're thirsty, okay? Your body will tell you. Then you say, well, what if I'm not paying attention? Well, just pay attention and then drink when you're thirsty. Oh, I have kidney stones. Okay, drink more water. Okay, but just don't drink massive amounts without the electrolytes. Okay, good. Getting back to this video, he had surgery 2.5 years ago, and what happens now is it's not getting a high quality sleep.
Correct.
So we're gonna get him to sleep like a baby tonight. Okay, now I'm gonna do some acupressure. You can do this on your friends and neighbors and relatives, and it's very therapeutic, and it's basically for anyone who had any head injuries or head surgeries. So here's what you do. It's really simple, okay? So if we look at this side here, oh, by the way, going back 6 years previous, he had basketball injury. Someone stepped on his head.
Yeah.
Okay, on the left side, right, on your left side, yeah, right there. So someone actually smashed this side of his head. And it just so happens when the doctor looked at it, he said the tumor is growing for 6 years. And I have found this interesting connection between old injuries and tumors. Like it seems to grow where you had an old injury, so something triggered it. Not to mention cell phone. But the thing is that that could explain why certain people have cancer in certain parts of their body. That being said, what we want to do with this technique is actually do acupressure on the mirror image side. Okay, we're going to do on the opposite side, which is going to be on this side right here. And also, I'll probably do it on, because he has two little incisions or two little scars right here. And then I found out when he was I think 5 years old or 2 years old.
Yeah, it was about 3, 4.
3 or 4. He fell upside down on his head. Another injury. And then, did you break a bone?
Broke my neck. C1 vertebrae.
The first vertebrae up in the neck. And okay, so we got our vertebrae here. You can see, here's your back of the skull. This is C1 right there, Ooh. The top one. That's called the atlas. And that thing, 90% of all your motion occurs at that level. So turn your head back and forth. Tell me if you have any restriction in your neck. Anything?
It's not restricted by I hear cracks.
Cracking, yeah.
I feel it.
Okay. So anyway, he had a lot of injury to his neck and skull. So I'm going to show you what to do. What you do is you massage the opposite side. So let me just take a look. So it's right around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they actually took the skull off, right? They opened
Yep.
it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press on the opposite mirror image side, and I'm just going to show you, I'm just massaging. Now, the way that you know you get the right spot is it's going to be very tender, like really tender. So you tell me where the tenderness is. Let me see. Okay, so tell me if it's anywhere through here.
Close.
Here, or here.
I'd say there.
Right there. Okay. Once you find the tenderness, you just work it out, because when you actually have a surgery or injury, it can shift the plates in the head. There's actually joints in your skull. Sutures are called. How about through here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's always going to be tender, more tender on the opposite side. And I'm just going to massage this for about an hour. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Yeah.
Right there?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it just feels really tight.
Yeah. And this is on the good side. It's really wild. It'll always be tender on the opposite side. So we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, but I don't happen to see. It says live, but I don't know. I don't know why the. I think maybe I have the chat on off, but I can't see any comments. How about this? Is any of this tender?
Yeah.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
I tried to get a job as an interrogator, but I pressed too hard, so I became a chiropractor. No, I'm just kidding. Right through there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good morning. So I'm just showing you guys my thumb. I'm just pressing on the exact place that he had an incision on the opposite side. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of push it upward. The thing what you don't want to do is press on the side where he had the incision. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb, I'm going to press up on this suture. Suture is a joint between the skulls. Feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Just when you do this, you just have to make sure that you don't mess up the hair.
It's valuable.
That's the most important thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It'll actually definitely help him sleep tonight. He'll be sleeping like a baby. Of course, babies are up all night crying. No, it's good. Right through in there. I mean, you know, they put him out when they cut the skull, but still, the body retains memory.
Yeah, and
Injury.
they woke me up for a few hours too.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. I was awake for towards the middle of it, and they would ask me questions.
Oh my gosh.
Because that was to see, like, am I going to lose my speaking and hearing or not?
Oh,
You know, that's how he knew when he was going in to remove it.
yeah.
He knew that if I couldn't speak or hear, then he had to stop and, you know, cut off the, you know, not remove the whole tumor.
Jeez. That's quite incredible. Now, one little secret, okay? So what we want to do, if the injury's on this side, we want to press into the injury. So I can also press down this way. Okay, and then also on the eyebrow, because someone stepped on his head when he was playing basketball 6 years previous. So I'm right here. I'm just going to press on here. Tell me when it's tender. Here, 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 there.
Yep, right
Down
there.
Okay.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
doing the opposite side and kind of covering up how I'm doing this, but let's see if I can just do it like this. I'm not flipping you off. Right through in here? Is that where it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is on the good side.
Oh yeah, that was right there.
So we just have to make sure the next time someone steps on your head, you have to duck and dodge faster so they don't actually land on the skull. Okay, now you should feel like your head's a little bit lighter.
I feel like I'm gonna go to sleep.
It really relaxes, especially
Yeah.
after old injuries. So now what we're going to do, he had a compression injury when he was 3. So I'm going to kind of like, I'm going to lift up on the skull. And like, here's the back of his skull, right? You see this thing? I'm going to lift up right here and stretch all of this to kind of like undo the compression that he had.
And I think that my stress, I would say, sits right here. That's
Yeah.
what I've noticed.
Yep. Does this feel good or bad?
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm tractioning the connection between the skull and the first vertebra, which he fractured.
Oh yeah.
It's like cement. Right through here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
How's it starting to feel?
Wow. Yeah, I feel lighter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we're basically removing a lot of the stored energy that gets stuck after injuries and tension and trauma. And it should just like, you should have more space on your head.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's anything else. You ever have any sore throats?
No?
No. Okay. And then let me just tilt your head back. Look up to the ceiling. Forward. Back. Okay, good. Sometimes you can have compression right through there. Yeah. Just make sure it's all cleared out. Good. This side's good. Okay, so now we have a video of how to do this to your friends and neighbors, right? Just go up to your neighbor and say, oh yeah, have a seat and let me do work on you. But work on the opposite, press into the injury. You can lift up on the skull. So do you feel more relaxed now?
I feel like I was a little inflamed, and now I feel totally just no stress, no tension in the body or like anywhere. It's amazing. It's like I just like foam rolled my whole upper body up here.
Yeah, I know. That's why he actually left my office. I says, hold on, come back. We forgot one thing, because this is going to help you sleep, and it's just this is how you should feel normally.